Assalamu alaikum, dear CSS aspirants. In today's lecture, we will discuss about essay outline, that how to make or how to write essay outline. Let's begin. Outline, it is a sketch, it is a map, or it is a plan of your essay. So it is mandatory for CSS examination because the essay of CSS exam is 2500 to 3000 words, and therefore it is necessary for a candidate to write an elaborate and sound outline so that the examiner can read your outline and can judge you that whether you know the basics of essay writing or not. So according to Federal Public Service Commission rules, credit will be given to those candidates who are good in their organization, clarity, and number 3 is relevance. So 3 of these things can easily be judged from your outline. So in outline, one has to keep these rules in his mind while constructing an outline. So in outline, as you know, that there are 3 main things. Number 1 is you have to write introduction, and with introduction 1 sentence thesis statement can be written. Next is headings, subheadings and sub-subheadings, like this different dimensions of a topic will be discussed, and at the end conclusion. And again with conclusion, it depends on the candidate, but mostly say that they should write a summarizing sentence of the essay. So let's begin how to construct a sound outline. Procedure. Step 1. The first step is to understand the topic. Whatever the topic is given to the candidate, first of all, a candidate has to understand the topic, understand the main meaning, understand that what examiner is demanding from the candidate. So underline the important central ideas, comprehend the dimensions or aspects of a topic. Let's see an example of it. For instance, a topic is given good governance in Pakistan, the way forward. Now you see in first part of the topic, he has given a statement that bad governance in Pakistan. He is giving this statement that there is bad governance in Pakistan, and in next he is asking a candidate to give suggestions to improve it and make it good governance. So now here we are having almost 4 aspects. Number 1 is bad governance or governance crisis. First of all, candidate has to prove that there is bad governance in Pakistan. That is one he has to prove. Next, once he has proved that there is bad governance exists in Pakistan, then he has to give the causes of this bad governance, that what are the causes of bad governance. Next is reforms, and here 4th aspect can also be made, that is good governance. What are the characteristics of good governance? If in the beginning a candidate gives this aspect as well, so I think it will beautify your outline, because it will give all the 4 aspects of governance, because governance is having good governance, bad governance, so you are giving both of them. So let's see next step. Next, once you have understood the topic, and you have understood that there are 4 main aspects examiner is demanding from you, or 3 main aspects examiner demanding from you, now you have to do brainstorming on these aspects. So brainstorming means that you will pen down all the ideas related to a single aspect of the topic without evaluating. The success of brainstorming depends that how many ideas have you written down. Got it? You here in brainstorming in step 2, a candidate has not to evaluate the ideas, whether they are really relevant, whether they are sound, whether they are logical or illogical. You have not to give any kind of attention towards these type of thoughts. Your main focus should be to write down as many ideas as your mind is producing. Got it? So next, now let's do brainstorming. For example, in the beginning, in first step, you have identified that there are 3 or 4 main aspects of the topic which examiner is demanding from you. So first aspect was bad governance. A candidate has to prove that there is bad governance. So let's prove it. Whatever is coming in mind, the candidate has to give. whatever is coming in his mind. So for instance, people do not follow traffic rules, that is also due to bad governance. That is a sign of bad governance. It is proving if rule and law order is not good in Pakistan, that is also a sign of bad governance. If corruption is widespread, that is also a sign of bad governance. I mean, whatever you observe in government offices in your daily life, you can write without any hesitation. Let's begin. Weak healthcare system, so that is also due to bad governance. Poor tax to GDP ratio, it is again due to bad governance. Inefficient education system, it is again the sign that it is again a witness that there exists a bad governance in Pakistan. Another is corruption, it is again the sign of bad governance. Next is bad law and order situation. Nepotism, mean giving projects to relatives or giving jobs to relatives, it is again a sign of bad governance. Now let's discuss about good governance. Mean, what is good governance? According to United Nations, good governance following rule of law, consensus oriented, participatory, it is responsive, it responses. Now in the bad governance we discussed that health and care system is not good, education system is not good. It is because bad governance is irresponsive, that is why. And transparent, discussed that in bad governance corruption is there, so obviously in good governance there is transparency. Then efficient and effective, again, I mean, it is very efficient to fulfill the requirements for which it is made. And next is accountable, accountability is present in it. Inclusive, it is for all. Mean, in good governance there is no nepotism, all are equal in front of the government. So what are the causes of bad governance? Mean, now it is proved sorry, now it is proved that bad governance exists in Pakistan. So now you have to give the causes of bad governance. Number one is poor policy decisions, I mean policies are not visionary. Next is absence of accountability, there is no fear that someone or one day someone may catch them while doing illegal activities. Next is unresponsive bureaucracy, because bureaucracy runs the whole engine of that governance. So if bureaucracy is unresponsive, so it means all the system will jam. Next is weak judiciary, again the lower sector of our judiciary is weak and somewhat influenced by mafias. So now what is the way forward, or what are the recommendation to overcome it, because it is also the part of our topic, that was bad governance in Pakistan and the way forward. So let's discuss about it. Depoliticization of police and FIA, that is the one. Now impartial anti-corruption bureaus, institutional building, appointments through public service commissions, fair and free elections, etc, etc, etc. Got it? So once you have done brainstorming on different aspects, now it is the time to evaluate those ideas and choose the best ideas, pick the best ideas, and now jot them down on your neat outline. So let's see outline. Now see introduction. In Pakistan, bad governance can be witnessed at all levels. Therefore, right policies and vibrant institutions are indispensable to reform it. Now see, that is what your thesis statement is. This sentence is showing that your whole essay will be about proving bad governance in Pakistan, its causes, and at the end you will give recommendations. And you have also given the glimpse of your recommendations that you will discuss about vibrant institutions and right policies. So that is what we call thesis statement. So 8 characteristics of good governance. United Nations, mean according to United Nations, United Nations says that a good governance is participatory, consensus oriented, following rule of law, efficient and effective, accountable, transparent, responsive and inclusive. Now here you are just telling the examiner that I know what is good governance, and I know that you are asking me to give recommendations for this type of governance. So it gives a positive impact on examiner. Then next is bad governance in Pakistan. Now here you will prove that in Pakistan, bad governance exists. Weak healthcare system is the sign of bad governance. Unbridled corruption is the result of ineffective governance. Inefficiency of education system is the outcome of governance crisis. Nepotism can only occur when governance fails to keep check and balance. Causes of bad governance. Once you have proved that bad governance exists, now you will discuss about the causes. What are the causes of it? Poor policy decisions has resulted in bad governance. Weak judiciary system further exacerbated the condition of governance. Absence of accountability is one of the root causes of governance crisis in Pakistan. Unresponsive bureaucracy is the main driving force of bad governance. Now the way forward. How to ameliorate this situation? So depoliticization of police, FIA, etc. Impartial anti-corruption bureaus, because if anti-corruption bureaus become impartial, for instance NAB, so they will catch the culprits, and if they start catching the culprits, obviously the governance system will begin improving day by day. Next is institution building. Institution building means that your judiciary, it should be independent. Similarly, all the departments, all the institutions should work independently without the influence of other departments. So this is what institution building is. Appointments through public service commission, it is very necessary. And then fair and free elections. So conclusion, once again you will summarize all of your essay. Governance in Pakistan can only be improved by institution building. So that is what we say outline. Actually, outline cannot be learned in a day or in 2 days. It is a practical thing. Students have to practice, and students cannot practice if they think that it is difficult. Making outlines is very easy. It just requires little bit effort, and with the passage of time your mind will become habitual of writing a sound outline. So I think whoever is preparing for CSS, he must be going through newspapers, he must be going through different books. So there must not be any scarcity of ideas, scarcity of knowledge. The only thing is that how to use your knowledge at the best place, at a specific place. So for it, practice is needed, that how you pick the best ideas of your brain or your conscious, subconscious, in order to fit them in any essay topic or in any questions answer. So it demands practice from you people. You should write outlines on different essays, and you should do brainstorming differently. I mean, it is not necessary that you follow this pattern. You can follow any pattern, whatever suits you, but you have to practice it. The more you practice, the more you improve. And one another thing, that when you are writing any essays outline, please do not make yourself stressful. Most of the candidates, they flunk in essay paper in CSS exam, not because they are weak in English or they lack knowledge, but because they are too much brainwashed that this exam is very difficult, essay paper is the deciding factor, and essay paper is very difficult. So what happens, they are mesmerized, they are brainwashed, and at the end when they sit in the examination, an easy topic comes in front of them, but because they are in tension already, they have made their perception that this paper is deciding factor, and it is very difficult. So when they sit in the examination, they commit blunders. It is natural. You see, when you are in tension, when you are stressful, even when you are talking with someone, you cannot speak correct sentences when you are in tension. Even in your own local language, you cannot speak correct sentences when you are in tension. So how is it possible that in CSS examination, and you are going to write in English for a foreign language, and you are also stressful in your mind already? There is so much misconception about this exam, so it is not possible. So be confident, write outlines, and be easy. Do not take things too seriously. Just take them lightly and continue practicing. Thank you so much. In next we will meet in next lecture. Thank you so much.